Welcome to Real Data 2D, the channel where we take a deep dive into the lives of the world's most influential, powerful, and controversial figures. If you are new here, you've just found your new favorite destination for data-driven stories and deep dives that you won't find anywhere else. Today, we are opening the secret files on a man whose name is literally written across the skyline of some of the world's greatest cities. We are talking about Donald Trump. This isn't just a biography. This is the story of a massive transformation, how a real estate heir from Queens became the most powerful man on earth. But before we begin, I have a question for all of you. Do you believe that Donald Trump's rise to power was inevitable because of his family wealth? Or was it a result of his own relentless, sometimes brutal ambition? Leave your answer in the comments right now. I want to see what you guys think. And if you are enjoying this deep dive, please take a second to hit that like button and make sure you are subscribed to Real Data 2D. Let's get into the transformation. To truly understand the Donald Trump transformation, you have to travel back to the mid-20th century. Imagine the concrete jungle of New York in the 1950s, a time of post-war ambition where the sky was literally the limit. Young Donald wasn't just a kid playing in the streets. He was learning the silent language of steel, concrete, and leverage. His father, Fred Trump, was a titan in residential development. Fred wasn't a man of soft words. He was a man of cold, hard results. He taught Donald that the world was divided into two types of people, killers and losers. That environment, that relentless pressure to be the best, to be the biggest, to be the loudest, that was the soil in which the Donald Trump we know today was planted. He attended the New York Military Academy, a place designed to break you down and build you back up into a leader. It was here that he began to cultivate the persona of authority that would become his trademark. But inheriting wealth and inheriting an empire are two very different things. When Donald stepped out of his father's shadow and entered the brutal world of Manhattan real estate, the game changed. He didn't want to just be a local developer. He wanted to own the skyline. Manhattan wasn't just a city, it was the global center of power. And Donald, young and hungry, realized early on that you don't just build buildings, you build legends. He took massive risks, leveraged every asset he had, and fought tooth and nail against the entrenched powers of New York. This was the birth of the Trump icon. It was glitzy, it was loud, and it was unapologetically bold. Whether it was the Trump Tower or the casinos in Atlantic City, everything had to be gilded, massive, and centered around his name. But, as we know, the road to glory is never a straight line. By the early 1990s, the world had changed. The real estate market crashed, and the man who was once the face of New York was suddenly facing a mountain of debt. We are talking about billions in liabilities. He was staring down the barrel of personal bankruptcy and public ridicule. This is the part of his life that many people choose to ignore, but it is actually the most important chapter of his transformation. Most men would have retreated into obscurity, humbled by the market. Trump did the opposite. He used his fame as a shield. He realized that in the modern world, attention is more valuable than cash. If you are in the news, you are relevant. If you are relevant, you have power. He started writing books, appearing on every talk show that would have him, and keeping his name in the conversation, no matter the cost. He mastered the art of bigness. If you are going to be big, make sure everyone is watching. This resilience, this ability to pivot from a dying business model to a media-centric identity was the second stage of his transformation. And then, the golden opportunity arrived in the form of reality television. When Donald partnered with NBC for The Apprentice in 2004, the boardroom wasn't just a place for business anymore. It became the nightly entertainment for millions. Every Thursday night, families across America would sit down to see the man in the sharp suit make the ultimate dramatic decision. You're fired. This wasn't just a show. It was psychological conditioning. It built an image of authority that was unbreakable in the eyes of the public. He wasn't just a businessman anymore, he was a brand. And that brand became his greatest political asset when he eventually decided to take the ultimate risk. When he announced his run for the presidency, the world laughed. The political establishment, the media experts, the pundits, they all said it was a publicity stunt. But Donald understood something that the elite didn't: a deep, simmering frustration in the American heartland. He didn't campaign like a traditional politician. He campaigned like a movement leader. He used social media as his weapon, bypassing journalists and speaking directly to the people. He gave a voice to millions who felt ignored by the establishment. His rallies were more than political events. They were emotional, high-energy experiences. Whether you loved him or hated him, you couldn't look away. And that, right there, was the key to his final transformation into the President of the United States. He turned bigness into a political force. Looking back, his life is a masterclass in risk-taking and reputation management. From the streets of Queens to the Oval Office, he proved that if you control the narrative, you control the outcome. His life is a complex web of ambition, failures, and monumental victories. What part of his journey do you find most shocking? Is it his ability to survive business bankruptcy, or is it his calculated move into the world of politics? Please, I want to hear your perspective. Leave your answer in the comments below. If you found this deep dive valuable, give this video a huge like. And if you want more stories about the world's most fascinating people, make sure you are subscribed to Real Data 2D with notifications turned on so you don't miss our next story. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.